factors of influence. Now there's 6 factors of influence that are going to actually help you build your influence. The first one is consistency. The second one is reciprocity. The third one is authority. The fourth one is liking. The fifth one is social proof. And the sixth one is scarcity. Right? So with consistency, you always want to be consistent. You always want to show up, and you always want to fulfill people's deepest needs. So being consistent means you make small commitments to people, and you have them make small commitments back to you, right? So it doesn't have to be a large commitment at first. It could be a small commitment. And like I was saying before, you want to give back to people, because that automatically makes people feel like that they're indebted to you because you gave them something of value. So naturally, because of human nature, people want to give back when you give to them. So that's what we call reciprocity. So basically that means that whenever you give to somebody, whenever you give something for free of value, people feel indebted to give back to you. So that actually builds a relationship, because you gave something of value, and now they feel like they owe you. They're obligated to actually return the favor. So that builds the whole relationship, and that builds a good friendship, and that builds over time. That builds a strong bond, because you have done something out of the goodness of your heart with good intentions, and you didn't expect anything back, but it formed into a relationship and a bond. So that's very important. That's the next one. And then the third one is authority. So you build your authority by giving back, by the consistency, and you build it by also being present there for when people need you. You build it by being there when they have a question, when they have something that they need help with, by showing up, by being there, by doing your videos, by them seeing a virtual version of yourself, like you're seeing me right now. It's like I'm making clone copies of myself for people who watch me at a later time. So it's like you're communicating with me. You're seeing me talk to you right now, and this is just a carbon copy of me. So you put a bunch of carbon copies online, and people can watch you for hours. A better relationship with you. So it's amazing how video works and how important it is. And that's one of the reasons why I do a lot of video. I try to do a lot of video, put a lot of content out there, and that's what this does. It builds an authority figure from you watching people's content and you following people, and you become the authority because you're giving people value. You're giving them information that they might not know about. You're letting people know things that help them in their business, that help them to grow, to help them to become better, in their life. So that's really the value that you give, right? So that's your authority. That's why they see you as an authority. They look up to you because you're giving them information, and they're taking it in, and they can actually get value from what you're telling them. So then the next thing is liking. So liking comes from the value that you give, from you being the authority, from you being consistent, from them knowing about you, because people like people that they have commonality with, right? So if I have commonality with you, or you have commonality with me, people like commonality. People who like other people who have things in common. So if you have things in common with somebody, that's a good way to get somebody to like you, right? Then if you give them value, if you give them something in their life which they don't have, and it's valuable, and you're really giving to them before you're asking for something, right? It gives them a good feeling, because they want to be able to do business with you. They want to be able to work with you, and they like the relationship that you're building. So that's very, very important. The next thing is social proof, right? So the way you do social proof, right, is by to build your strategic influence, is by having others do testimonials for you, right? So If you go and you help somebody, or you go and you learn something and you go and you teach it, and somebody gets value from it and you get a testimonial from them, or your mentors, whoever your mentors are, if you go to one of your mentors and you get them on a live and you get them on a call, and you pretty much recorded, you could pretty much use that content and repurpose it. And if you could get somebody of authority on a call who actually already has the foundation and the pretty much the following, then that makes you higher on the level of authority. People look up to you when you're around people who have authority, right? So that gives you more credibility, and you can use that content to be able to build your brand and build your your social proof. So you want to be able to get testimonials. It's like if you got any sales page, if you've ever bought anything, if you've ever got anything from anybody, if you've ever went and you bought courses, or any type of information, if you bought some traffic, maybe you got solo ads, and maybe you got something like that, on those pages there's always testimonials, because testimonials build credibility. It builds a trust factor. It builds a know, like, and trust factor. So you want to be able to trust somebody, and how you do that is by building the social proof, which lets people trust you more if they don't know who you are, right? And then the last of the 6 factors of influence are scarcity. So if you want to influence somebody to make a sale or make a purchase, is what you got to do is create scarcity, right? Because if there's no scarcity, there's no initiative to buy within a certain time period. So they're not just going to go and buy because there's no scarcity there. They think it's going to be around forever, right? So you got to create scarcity. You got to create importance. You got to create a limited time. For a limited time, you'll get this, because I'm not giving these bonuses after a certain period of time. They'll be up there, or maybe they're for the first 10 people. First 10 people that take action will get the bonuses, right? So if you're giving away a bonus, if you're giving away some value, the first 10 people get the value, right? So anybody else after that, they don't get the value. So it's important to create the scarcity, so that way people buy, people get engaged, people get in. Why they could get in, because if you don't create that scarcity, it doesn't create a demand, right? So you got to create the demand for people to want to get it, people to want to get it then. Sometimes you gotta give people a little nip in the butt to where they go and they take action, because otherwise they're not always going to take action. And you gotta create that scarcity factor to where they go and they buy whenever it's time to buy, because you can't really mentor everybody, and you can't really help out everybody. So you want to help out the most serious people, the people that take action, the action takers. That's who you want around you. That's who you want in your circle. You want the serious people around you in your circle, and the people who are really serious about making a change in their life, making a change in their business, and just making a difference, because you don't want your time wasted, right? Your time is valuable. So your time has to be limited to the people who are serious, because your time is valuable, and there's a price on your time. There's a price on what you do. So you always want to be authentic, and you always want to create that scarcity factor. And you want to let people know that, look, there's only a certain amount of time, a certain number of slots of people that get these bonuses, or whatever the case may be. Whatever the scarcity factor is, it has to be there to create a demand. So that's the last thing that I'm going to talk about in the video. I hope you like this video. If you got value from this video, make sure you share this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash the love button, and make sure you definitely subscribe to the channel, like I said, for more videos like this. Alright, I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you soon. Yeah!